Whether it's the villainous cat in movies or that black feline crossing your path and supposedly ruining your day, cats often get a bad rap. But this hasn't always been the case. Domesticated cats were introduced to Europe from Africa via Greek and Phoenician traders about 3,000 years ago. Originally kept for their talent at keeping rats and mice out of the grain silos, cat owners slowly allowed the animals into their homes to live as pets. For a few thousand years, the human-cat dynamic was just swell. Fast forward to 1227. Pope Gregory IX, known for his sharp legal mind and harsh personality, is sitting on the papal throne. This is when things started to look a bit dicey for cats in Europe. Pope Gregory IX's reign was marked by his efforts to combat heresies that threatened the Catholic Church's dominance. He formalized practices that laid the foundation for the medieval Inquisition, appointing the first Grand Inquisitor, Conrad of Marburg, to root out heretics. Conrad's methods were controversial, often presuming guilt and using threats of execution to extract confessions. Old Conrad was a man with a mission. He claimed to have discovered a Luciferian cult practicing witchcraft in Germany, and he had the confession to prove it. These confessions were presented to Pope Gregory IX, who, on the 13th of June 1233, issued a papal bull called Vox in Rama. This edict described a bizarre initiation rite for those novices seeking to join the satanic cults in Germany. The ritual involved, among others, kissing a cat's rear end in the presence of the devil, who was half man, half cat. Pope Gregory called on the regional archbishops in Mainz and Hildesheim to lend their full support to Conrad in weeding out heretics. While the Vox in Rama didn't expressly call for the extermination of cats, between 1233 and 1234, a wave of cat killings swept across Europe. That cats fared poorly during the Middle Ages can hardly be denied. Cats had already become associated with the devil. From France to Denmark, the killing and torture of cats had already become folk practices and cultural traditions. Some argue that this wholesale cat decimation led to a surge in the rat population. The fleas on these rats were the real carriers of the bubonic plague, but with their natural predators gone, they thrived. Some believe that when the Black Plague first struck Europe over 100 years later in 1347, the unchecked rat population likely exacerbated its spread. While it's tempting to draw a direct line from the Pope's war on cats to the spread of the bubonic plague, the reality is more nuanced. The plague had been ravaging Asia before it reached Europe and continued to do so for nearly 500 years. Although the tale of Pope Gregory IX's alleged vendetta against cats has been widely circulated, the link to the spread of the Black Death is tenuous at best. The notion that cat-culling fueled the bubonic plague seems to fit with a one-dimensional view of medieval Europe. Plus, it is in fact dogs that are the real experts in hunting rodents. Unlike cats who can be lazy or tend to play with their prey, dogs kill with precision and speed. There are studies today that suggest the bubonic plague was wrongly pinned on rats in the first place, and that it was in fact us humans who were to blame for carrying the fleas around. The Catholic Church's war on cats supposedly didn't end with Gregory. When Pope Innocent VIII came to power in the late 1400s, Western Europe was in the midst of its witch hunts. Thousands of people, mainly women, were accused of witchcraft during these times and were subsequently tortured and killed. Some believe that as a common familiar, many cats found themselves as collateral damage in the witch-hunting frenzy. Many online articles about this whole legend suggest that the Catholic Church even went so far as to officially excommunicate the entire species. We have, however, found no evidence that such a thing ever happened. Even so, if you've ever wondered why cats can sometimes be a little standoffish or just downright mean, perhaps it has something to do with an unsettled grievance with the Catholic Church. If you enjoyed this video, we think you'll also be interested in these next ones. To continue supporting our channel, please consider clicking the like button and subscribing to History Hot Takes.